people who are dealing with psychological issues, they have a lot of battles in their head. So basically, you have to be an eighth degree black belt psychologically, armed with the teachings of the Buddha and armed with clinical counseling, clinical psychology background to help them battle their demons. That's why it's so hard to win, or help them try to win, because you haven't mastered what needs to be mastered in helping them battle the Mara, M-A-R-A, the psychological demons that's in their head that is telling them to take their life. So, that's what monks do, is to help people see the demons in themselves first. Okay? But if you're out there trying to help other people's demons while battling on your own, how effective are you? It's like I'm a doctor, but I'm like sick and I'm like limping. Maybe half my body's paralyzed and I want to do surgery on somebody. Would I be effective? But if I need to use this to open so I can, and I can't. So that's what's happening here. It's a handicap situation. So in essence, you could be doing harm and not even knowing it. Unintentional harm. So that's the other thing that you have to caution yourself. If I'm not qualified for something, not trained for something, I shouldn't do it. Like before I sat here in front of you, if I'm unqualified, unexperienced, unauthentic, I shouldn't be sitting here. I've had to master my demons first and foremost, to sit here to see the defilements and to help people. So that's just the final reflections to help you and others to know. I think all of you across the world wants to help people, but you gotta really know what you're doing. It takes a long time. That's why you don't see you just see very experienced people doing this kind of stuff, right? And bless their heart. We need more people like that. But again, do more good. Do more good by studying and practicing. The greatest gift you can give to the world is a still mind. Your mind has to be still. The other question you asked was on anger. See the anger not being tamed? So when you're helping one person and they're just not doing what you're saying, you get angry, impatient. So you know what I mean? So you have to look at the anger aspect and how that affects you trying to help others, because it's very frustrating helping others that may or may not be stubborn as you. Ever met your match before? You're about to. Or you will. You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's a noble cause, it's a noble intention, but you have to see very clearly if one day they're going to push your buttons. If they push mine, they're going to push yours. And you have to ask yourself, do you have loving compassion, understanding in those moments? Because sometimes I have to just pause and not say anything. Just sit with it for a couple minutes, let it pass, and then move on. And not attach onto something. And you have to see your own attachments and your own desire. My desire is to feel good. My desire is to help people. You got to look at the desire. Because certain desire can cause you suffering unnecessarily. Keyword, unnecessarily. Right. So those are the things that I wanted to suggest to you. The instruction for the forthcoming day is to try to finish the life of Buddha, because that will be the great source, foundation for you to continue on your journey. Because if you start branching off and start worrying about other stuff, your job is to try to finish the book within a week. You keep yourself so busy that these questions can't come up. The questions come up because you have too much time on your hand.
Yeah.
How do I know that? Because I used to do the same thing. I can't sit here if I haven't mastered what I used to do, and now my students are doing it. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I had to progress really fast. That's why I'm here, 37 years old doing this. Is because that's all I did was just laser focus, one pointed concentration, barrel it through without distractions. Like that TV behind me, without distractions. I just gotta leave other people alone, tell them to go 988, or reach out to a local therapist or hospital or psychological You know, like Suncoast, whatever over there, Suncoast Mental Health, right? You not Suncoast. And you tell them I'm not Suncoast. Okay, I'm not 988. Okay, I love you to death, but I'm not equipped to help you. Help them understand. I'm not equipped to help you. I'm dealing with some stuff right now. You know, that's what professionals are for, right? Because they can take notes, they can prescribe medications, they can refer you out. You know, there are things that I'm not equipped to help you with. I can hear your story, but again, I mean, that can only go so far. Clinically, it can go so far. That's about it. So yeah, try to see me before I leave, you know, as much as you can. Try to barrel through the book so that you can tell me about it and any questions you have on the book. Today's questions should have been more on the book. You agree?
Yes.
But see how it was all over the place. And then back again to the rebirth is that we won't know until we die. So no matter how many explanations that we read, it still wouldn't for sure.
Ethereal.
Right, it's no point. Some think we just accept it and move on. But if you want to dig, all the evidence is there. I object to nothing that you want to dig into rebirth. I'll send you the link of my as comprehensive as possible in 1 hour with this 20-year-old student in India. You know. So, any final thoughts? Clarifications?
No, I think you were very explanatory, insightful for me to digest.
Yeah, that's why it's good to meet often so that you get a lot of reminders. I think maybe the only thing that's lacking is reminders.
Right.
To reel yourself back in. You know, a lot can happen in one day. You let 3